Hi, this is Christopher Perrin with a word about teaching according to nature. The Latin word for nature is natura. Natura, nature, but it's related to another Latin word, nascor, which means I am born, and the perfect participle, natus, which means having been born. Well, what does this have to do with education? Well, if we teach according to what has been given to us, to what we have been born into, we will be, as it were, harmonizing ourselves with the world into which we have been born. But often, educators today don't want to teach according to nature. In fact, we sometimes think we can actually change what is given and become something altogether different. You were born into a world that you did not choose. This world has certain qualities about it that cannot be changed, like, well, gravity, say, and the fact that you must face either north, south, west, or east, or at least one of those 100 and 360 degrees that's on the compass. So we have been born and we have been given life that we didn't expect. In fact, Chesterton says, at least that we didn't ask for. How could we expect it when we didn't exist? Chesterton says that at Christmas we are thankful for gifts of slippers and cigars, but he says, can I be thankful for the 2 stockings that are filled with these miraculous legs? And he says, whom shall I thank for the birthday present of birth? So here we are. We didn't expect to be here. We didn't plan to be here, but here we are. But the stage has been set, and it's not really up to us to be able to change it. Am I right? I really, now that I look at it, I would really like to have been born on Mars. Well, some things are given, and you have been born on the planet Earth. You are an earthling, and you must live as an earthling. Well, to teach according to nature is to be aware of these facts and to conform ourselves to them. Nature has also said to us that there are some other things that are immutable and unchangeable. This law of attraction that we call gravity would be one, but it has also been widely taught that there are other things that are natural to us, like not deserting your friends in times of trouble. That's not something one ought to do. Not deserting your comrades when they are in mortal danger. Not walking by someone who may be drowning in a river. These are kind of ethical truths and givens that universally have been accepted as true. In other words, there are moral truths that exist. And even such things that are harder to define, like beautiful things. For example, we may dispute what's beautiful when it comes to a painting or music, but it's rare that you'll meet someone who looks at the sea, the stars, flowers, trees, a mountain range, and say, that is ugly. We seem to understand that natura has within it a natural beauty. Pulchra, beauty in Latin. In fact, we have this word mater, which means mother, and we have this word alma, which means nourishing. Our alma mother might be the mother that raised us and that loved us, to whom which we look to as children and babies with great appreciation, even what we call love, tenderness. And it's rare that you will find a child that will look into a mother's face and say, that is ugly. Every mother's face is beautiful to the child to whom that mother has given birth. The alma, the nurturing mother. Well, we also have mater natura. There's a sense in which we have thought even nature, to whom we have found ourselves when we are born, is another kind of mater that is beautiful to us and even nourishing to us, another kind of alma mater. And when it comes to education, if we disregard the givenness and the beauty and the truth and the goodness that we find in this cozy cosmos that Chesterton calls it, that we have found ourselves, we will not be teaching according to nature, and we will be creating a kind of discord when it comes to education and helping children to grow up in such a way that they can serve well in this world, in nature. So in a day when we think that we can give birth to ourselves anew and create ourselves anew and become what we were not when we were born, we will find, I believe, increasing disharmony, discord, and challenge. This is why it's so important to teach according to nature. A final thought is that every pedagogy has to be based upon these matters. Some view of what nature is and what's given. Some view of truth, goodness, and beauty. If we reject nature, we will end up saying, I will find my own truth and my own beauty and my own goodness. I can define that for myself just as I can give birth to myself and become a new person with a new identity. But if we are to be in harmony with what is given, we will find that that is not something that we can do. Instead, we must know what it means to be human in this world and conform ourselves to that. That will mean a full humanity and a humanity that's in harmony with what's been given. From this, we can say, as the philosopher James K.A. Smith has said, that every pedagogy assumes an anthropology. Show me how you teach, and I will be able to discern what you believe a human being is and what a human being is for. Well, I'll let that stand for my first presentation on teaching according to nature. I hope that's been helpful, and thank you for viewing.